Well, I'm back from my holidays, back in on the job. Let me just get down here. Just moving that tractor out of the way, ready to get the mower going. So, back from my lovely trip to Devon. Done a bit of milking at the weekend with Harry, saw that. And now we're back into sort of mowing mode. And I'm got my dilemma of what to do with my hayfield. So, while I was away on holiday, Tom, my brother, mowed one field for, well, we was going to be hay, and then it turned into not hay. I'm just checking to make sure that's all right. Turned it into round bale silage because it wasn't going to dry. And I tell you what the situation is now. I'm in a situation where I'm totally don't think I can wait any longer for that last field of which was going to be hay. I just think we're getting into nearly September now. The problem is the dews are really heavy. The dews are really heavy, so it's going to be wet at night. If I leave it any longer, it's just absolutely no chance of hay. So what we're going to do, me and my brother decided we're mowing it today, and then we're going to try and get hay out of it. But if we can't get hay, what we'll do is we'll round bale it. We'll abandon ship after about 3 or 4 days if it looks like we're just not going to dry it for hay, because the weather is just crap. I've never known a summer like it. Honestly, in all my farming, we've never not made small bale hay. It's just been unbelievable. We've made some round bale hay, which is good, and with hindsight I wish I'd made that into small bale at the time, but of course you don't have a crystal ball, and you keep thinking. I've been going through the whole summer thinking next week it'll be all right, maybe next week it'll be dry, maybe next week it'll be dry, and we just got to the end of August now, and it's still looking like that, so I can't leave it any longer. So that is where we're at. I'm going down to mow this field. I'm gonna just hang on. Right, let me just put this down a minute. I just have to put that down a minute while I was sorting myself out. Alright. Yeah, so I've come back straight at it. We're on mowing. And I really don't think this is going to be hay. It ain't going to be great quality hay anyway, but what a flipping year. I think this is going to be round bale, but we'll see. Oh, I tell you what, it's hard to get motivated. It's no good taking time off, is it? You have a holiday and you come back and you're like, oh, I'm just not really into this yet. Because I had a lovely holiday. Honestly, it was probably the most relaxing holiday I've ever had, in the fact that we stayed in a really lovely place, Tuckenhay Mill, absolutely stunning location, really lovely facilities, and the kids are at the age where they're easy now, they've got to be looked after too much, and there was so much to do in the place where we stayed rather than having to rush out. We went to Agatha Christie's holiday home, which is just down the road from where we're staying. We've got a little boat across the river there, which is lovely. And just, honestly, the best part of it really for me was having a whole week to hang out with my boys, because that was just lovely. And do you know what, we did a lot of swimming in the pool in this place, and do you know one of the best bits was, which it's a simple pleasure, but we were just playing pool and a bit of snooker. There was a snooker table there and a pool table, and you know how nice that was just to do that, and they really loved that, and we had a really nice time. Quite a laugh. We were all rubbish. We were rubbish at it. I'm no good at pool. The boys aren't either, and it's just a simple game. You know, I'm a firm believer in that. You know, it's not all about doing the most exciting, adventurous things. It's about finding something that you can all do together and just enjoy, and that could be just a game of cards, really, couldn't it? You know, you don't need to do all this ridiculously expensive trips around the world or whatever. You know, it's not, money isn't everything, although it helps because it paid for that place. Right, so anyway, back on to the real world. back onto farming in the New House Farm, Gloucestershire. I've got a butterfly on the window. How cool is that? Look. Not sure what that was. And we're going on down. I got a feeling that might have been a tortoise shell. Oh, it's just opening its wings. Hello. Oh, he's gone. I'm pretty sure that was a tortoise shell. Right, we're going down through Barnfield. This is called Barnfield. I'm going to be a bit careful because this mower's bigger than our old one. Barnfield, because it's got a barn in it. Look, Barnfield. Bit of Gloucestershire there. Got barn in it. Barnfield and Barnfield. Right, let's get on down here. Well, the good thing is we have got a lot of grass on the farm at the moment. So although we've lost out on the hay, grazing wise, and I'm sure everyone else who's got cattle around the UK are quite happy at the moment in the fact that they've got plenty of grazing after that dry spell in the summer. Right, we'll have a look. We'll get down here. We'll crack on with the mowing on this, and if I've got time we'll just go and look at the other field my brother baled. But in the meantime we're heading on down to Little Mead. Right. Okay, let's get out here and we'll have a look at the state of this grass. Now the interesting thing about this field is, so this has been shut up for hay all year. So normally by now this would have been mown, well it would have been mown either end of June, early July I think, probably mid-July would have probably latest I would have mown it. I've never shut up a field this late, so we're in the end of August now. I've never had a field this late, and so it'd be interesting to see what state it's in, because I suspect what we're going to find is we've got a lot of dead grass on the top, but it's probably very green underneath. There's multiple bits of string. Look at this. What have we got here? We've got about 4 bits of string here. Part of the problem with this is that what's that bit there? This has been cut by certain people, our special friends who turn up here and check the... Let me just put this down. I can't do it with the hands and the camera. Right, let's get that open. Ooh. Not a very wide gate. I'm just about to get through there with the tractor. This isn't due for trimming with the hedge trimmer this winter. Oh look, the berries are out already. That's quite early I think. Look how red they are already. I should expect that later in the year. Look at all these rose hips. Is that early? I don't know what you think. Right, I'd say that those berries are a little bit early. Look at these. That's like autumn, isn't that early? We expect that after the blackberries, I would have thought. Right, let's have a look at this crop then. So what we got is permanent pasture here, a very old lay. You can see, this is a lovely field actually. You can see in it, look at this. The old sort of plants that grow in grass. And there is some knapweed. Now normally when I mow this, it's sort of just going over. But this is actually, look, the seed pods have formed. So that's, normally I'm not at that stage. I suppose you could argue the benefit of that is we're going to have some more wildflowers out in this field, which is what I like. Because it is old pasture and I do like to see the wildflowers in the meadow. But I'm looking at this. We've got a topping of, look at this. We've got a topping of the dead grass on top, but it's very green underneath. Very green. I'm surprised how green it is. I think, in my heart, I'm thinking this is silage. We're going to try for hay, people. I think it's going to take so much drying. I think it's getting the dew on it. I think we've had the rain on it yesterday. I'm going to struggle to get this dry for hay. We'll see. Anyway, let's crack on. Okay, I've just done that little bit. I've just stopped, got back off the tractor. I thought we'd just look at where we just gone around once and mowed. It looks pretty horrible underneath. So that doesn't look nice, does it? Almost a mat of grass. So it looks like to me the grass has sort of gone down on itself and formed this horrible brown look, because as a sward it's not breaking up. Look at that, it's sticking together. That isn't great, is it? And this so I think the grass is, because it's been left so long, it's kind of tumbled over on itself and formed a mat. So we'll have to see what it's going to be like when I ted it out once. I'm going to ted it out this afternoon, but look at it, doesn't look quite right somehow. Yeah. Right, going to carry on, keep going. Steady on this. Ooh. Hopefully, if it all goes okay, it won't take me too long to get this all mown. That's just a case of what I've let myself in for here. Honestly, this is a bit like rewilding, isn't it? I mean, imagine if you were one of these rewilders. I presume this is the first start of it, isn't it? If you don't plant trees all over it, what you do is you just leave your fields to go like this, and eventually the hedgerows and stuff will come in from the outside into the field. But also, it won't take long for trees and stuff to take in this. I mean, this will be the first stage of rewilding where the grass is just left to go. But I guess really if you're rewilding, you're probably going to just put trees in straight away, aren't you? Because you're after the grant funding. Anyway, I'm on mowing now. Mowing for hay 2023. Or maybe bales. Whatever it is, it's not great. Wildlife though, look. Mr. Deer. Oh, where has it gone? Oh. Vaguely see there is the trouble is the camera is trying to focus on the glass rather than the deer that ran out. So obviously for deer this is a fantastic bit of cover. So I'm going to be careful going around here in case I do see any more deer. Oh dear. So every cloud has a silver lining for the deer. But I've just jumped out and adjusted the top link a little bit. I think it was a little bit too short, the top link, and it was digging into the top of the ground a little bit much, which might be why it looked so sculpted back there when I did the video of what the mowing's like. It's still definitely very brown underneath. So I forgot to say really about this mower. You know, as you know, we bought the mower a couple of months ago. Hadn't had a lot of use because it's just been sat in the barn waiting, which is very frustrating when you buy a new bit of kit. You know what it's like? You buy a new toy, you want to use it. Well, I've mown this, or I'm mowing this, and I have to say what a lovely mower it is. So, yeah, sorry, I had to stop there. So there was a little bit of nervousness about buying a Kubota mower. I didn't know, is it Kabuto or Kubota? Harry always picks me up on it for saying it wrong. Kubota. There was a little bit of nervousness about buying it because I didn't really know a lot about them. But it's a Caverna mower with a different badge really. But it mows really nicely. Getting used to how to use it compared with the old drum mower takes a bit of getting used to because I'm using these hydraulic levers rather than the actual 3-point linkage to lower it. But you know what? It does a lovely job. Lovely job. A lot quicker now. We got the extra mowing width. I can't really say I found a fault with it. And that's an honest farmer opinion, not a kind of product placement. Here we are, here's a mower, you've got to say nice things about it. So anyone who's thinking about a mower, I would say, honestly say, look at this, as well as the other ranges that are out there. And really, I think mower is about what badge you like, really, as much as whether it's any good, because I don't really think any of them are probably that bad. It's what your personal preference is. If they were any really stinkers, then people would say by now, wouldn't they? They wouldn't sell them. They've had long enough to get them right, let's face it. Right, I'm going to crack on with this. It won't take me that long to get all this done, I'm sure. Storm clouds are still circling around. It's not raining, but it's not looking good. I just despair this summer. I don't know. I think 80% chance round bale out of this. What can you do? I don't know. Everyone else is in the same boat around here. I'm seeing a field on the corner back along there that is just left like this. It would be alright if it was July, but it's now end of August. There isn't any time left now. The warm days have really gone, haven't they? We do get Indian summers, but I don't want to leave this field locked up any longer because I'm losing the regrowth, which I will then feed to the cattle. Normally, this is all greened up, and then I've got let the young stock in here to graze it. So that isn't happening while this is shut up. Right. Happy days. Funky farmer, happy days. Happy days are here again. I forgot to do Pot Master this morning, which is annoying. Could have done Pot Master weekend. Oh my goodness me, a little bit of sunshine just come out of then. I can see it across the field, look. Can you see a little bit of sun? Oh no, it's gone. False alarm, people, the sun has gone back in. The sun has not got his hat on. I can officially announce the sun has not got his hat on today. Hip hip, not hooray. The sun has not got his hat on today. That is the reality. You just gotta laugh, haven't you? Right, crack on. We'll have a look. I think I'll have a look near the end. Right. Oh dear. edge of the hedge. Always do the headland last. And if you get too close to the hedge, you'll rip the only thing I don't like about this cover on this mower, I was saying about how good it is it hasn't got any metal edging on the sort of canvas cover. The Massey that we had on demo did have a sort of metal strip across the front, and that's a really good thing to have, because basically it stops you, and if you catch it on something like a bit of a branch or something, it will stop the cover ripping or scuffing. This Kubota cover hasn't got anything on it, which I think is a silly thing really. If I was going to say add anything to this, I would say put the metal edge on it, or just slow down here so you can there. Ooh, didn't like saying that. That was a stone. Hopefully I haven't damaged the blades too much. Yeah, you really could do with a metal edge on your cover. So it just means that I've got to concentrate a bit more. Right, I'm going to just go carry on around the headland now. We'll stop when I'll get out and have a look at the grass when we finish, alright? Back on. There you go, done. Right, drive at the top of the field and then I'll get out and have a look. I still keep forgetting how to do this. I've got to put it in, I've got to pull the transport thing before I lift it if I want to go in transport mode. Not quite used to this yet. Right, let's get out. So, as I said before, it's a little bit matted. It's very wet under there. I can feel the moisture in my hands. That's where I adjusted it. That was where it was sculpting it a bit. You can see it sculpted it a little bit. It gets better where I adjusted the top link. I don't know. You better tune in on the next video after this, or whenever I do the upload of what we've done with it, and you'll see what we've got. I think the one thing about this, right, is that, do you know what, it's almost like a little bit of a weight off my mind that we've actually mowed it, because the decision is done now and we've got no choice. We've got to make either hay or silage by the end of the week out of this, and we'll know later in the week what the weather's done and everything. And do you know what, because it's been sat here since July, it's been sat here with us umming and ahhing what to do. And actually I think the quality of the grass isn't as bad as I thought it would be, because underneath it's very green. I was worried that it was going to be rubbish, and it's not. Maybe that's because it's the old pasture, it's grown slower, because when I baled some fairly new lay a couple of years ago that was left to go on past its best, it turned into horrible stalky. We baled the silage and the cows didn't like it, whereas this, I think it's still got reasonably good feed value in it. So the decision's done. We'll know, by the time you see the video of this, I'll know what's happened, and you'll have to tune in to part 2 or 3 or whatever number I do, I don't know, to find out whether it's hay or bales. Right, I'm just gonna pack up, go, and we're gonna just stop. I'm gonna have a look at the field next door, which my brother mowed last week and baled. Let's go. Right, here we are then. Field mown last week while I was away on holiday. It's already greened up a lot, hasn't it? you know, this weather. I think it sounds like a tractor over there. I'm not sure whether that's Farmer P over there next door. I'm going to see what's going on. But I'm just looking at this, it's greening up already, look. You see what I mean about you need the regrowth? Can hear a tractor, can't see a tractor. And I just saw a tractor cab. Let's have a look over the hedge. No, it's not Farmer P, because it's the field. Farmer P, I think, is going to be mowing this at some point. It's Reggie's. It's the other field. I think that's another farmer doing that. Certainly Reggie and Farmer P haven't got mowers like that. That's a front mower. Coon front mower. Coon back mower. Not sure, that's probably for round bale silage, I expect. So someone else has got the idea the weather might be good enough to mow for something. But let's have a look at here. I see my brother's already been out with a muck spreader and put some muck out on here. Look how it's greened up though, only a week. It didn't mow very well though, look, you can see a lot of the grass has gone over. But we've got some bales out here, 33 bales. Hear that mower going over there? 33 bales apparently. So I'll have to get it up and get those up. My boys might help me do that later. They can stay here till, well, I'm not going to be moving them early in the week because I've got to get on with the hay and the silage. I've got another field to mow for silage as well. Probably mow that one tomorrow. Don't know whether I mow that. I've got enough going on with all the different bits and bobs. What's the interesting thing about these bales is that, and this is what I find very strange, is that I keep seeing people who have a real problem with crows attacking their bales, and they worry they can't leave them in the field even for, you know, 24 hours because they get pecked all over the top. And that is something really, really luckily something that never happens here. We could leave those bales there for 2 weeks and they'd be absolutely fine. There would be no damage to them from birds. Maybe, actually that's not really true, there may be the odd peck, maybe a little tiny peck, but nothing to worry about. You don't even worry about patching it, what the damage to be there. And yeah, I see people who've got massive issues with birds attacking their bales, and I really don't know why we don't have that problem, but it is a massive relief because I don't have to get the bales out of this field straight away. I'll just leave them there till I feel like it. I could even leave them there all winter probably and move them, but then of course what happens is you end up with all the grass dying underneath them. So anyway, those are going to be moved later in the week. I'm cracking on with that hay stroke silage, probably silage. Hauling bales there. It's a full-on week straight back from holiday, I tell you. So anyway, I'm going to crack on. I've got a little job as well. I've got a couple of, I've got the mower on. I've got a bit of quick thorn I've got to get rid of up here. I'm going to just top that with the mower on the way home. Right, I'm just going to get out. I said I had to top some, I think I said quick thorn, but it's actually black thorn. I'm just going to show you what the problem is, and I've done this a few times. So look at this. These quick thorn, black thorn bushes grow out from the hedge here. So this is a fence me and Farmer P did last year. This is the black thorn. Look, it's got the sloes. If you want to make sloe gin, this is the stuff you put in. They're not ripe yet. But it's a very invasive plant, and it sends suckers out from the hedge. Look, and it's basically creating a new hedge out here. So look at this. Bloody nightmare. So what I'm going to do is, I've got the mower on, the blades are being used a bit. I'm going to just top that down there while the grass is low, because the cattle have grazed this already, so I'm not wasting a lot of grass. I've got the mower here. You know, opportunity now just to top this. A bit annoying really, I don't really want to keep doing this, but I have to do it every so often. At the stage they're at, they're not going to be a problem for the mower, but if I left them till they're big chunky things, I'm going to create an issue for me. The mower won't cope and I'll end up having to come down here with a chainsaw or something. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just using the mower as a topper, which some people might frown upon, but I've done it before, doesn't seem to be an issue. Those blades are flipping, cut through a human foot, so they're not going to be a problem cutting through a few blackthorn. There we go. This is where it gets really bad. You can see them. Can you see them all down there? Look. There we go then. Okay, this has whacked it off all right, hasn't it? Here we go. There's a lot of it though, isn't there? Look at that. I mean, so let me just pull one out. Cut it off all right. But that's a nasty thing because all the spikes in it. I'm gonna have to probably come down here with a fork and chuck all that in the hedge because the cattle will walk through that, and it's also, I don't want it in the tractor tyres when I'm hedge trimming. Oh, what a nightmare. You can't leave it in the field. Anyway, I'm done now. All the mowing for one day. A bit dirty on the bottom of the mower though, look. Look at that. Don't think the blades are pretty... taking a bit of a knock. Bit of a dent out of that one. There, alright, there's loads of cut left on those. Clean up. That mower clean up on the other field anyway. I'm sure it's probably didn't help that I'm driving through all the cow muck, look, down there. When I mow the other field for silage, the action of the grass to get that off anyway. Right, let's crack on. See you later, alligator. In a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile.